Happy Monday, but really Tuesday. After watching Washington State, credit to Coach Leach. I think he's got his team playing extremely well in all phases. You look at them offensively, and you look at how Falk is playing right now. Basically 77% completion ratio, 14-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, about as efficient as there is in the league right now, and doing a tremendous job with the runners and the wideouts that he has. I've been impressed with Morrow and Williams out of the backfield. Not getting a ton of carries, but you look up and Williams leads them in catches, and as a combined group, those two kids have 50 catches combined. Defensively, I've been really impressed by the middle of the defense. It starts with Dotson at their Mike linebacker position, and then Thompson in the back end at the free safety, both leading tackles, and then you got Hercules Mataafa, and I don't know if there's a better tackle for loss guy that we have faced right now. We've got a kid that has 4.5 sacks on the year and 8.5 tackles for loss, and is playing extremely good football. He's a nightmare, and it's really a guy that you have to concentrate and see where he's at all time. Going up to Pullman, I think great fans. It's going to be electric atmosphere on a Friday night. Great for college football. It'll be a great Pac-12 game. Injury-wise, really just 3 injuries to report from Saturday. You saw Deontay, we held out today. Vellis, we held out today, and said we held out today. We'll see where they're at. We'll see where they're at tomorrow and the next day. They're day to day. With that, I'll take any questions that you have.
What was the injury to Deontay?
Shoulder.
And was there any update on Steven?
No, he's staying. We're still holding him out right now. He's day to day, but we have not been able to get him running yet.
You mentioned going up to Pullman can definitely be a challenge, but a quick turnaround, does that make it a little tougher too?
Yeah, it's a challenge. I credit our coaches. I mean, there's been some late nights and a lot of people sleeping on the couches right now just to prepare for this game. We knew this going in 12 straight weeks, and we had targeted this game, having a road game versus Cal and then coming back on a road game Friday night is always a challenge, but we kind of faced that last year. We had the same scenario last year, so credit to our kids. Really, I thought they came out here tremendous effort and tremendous focus. They know how important this game is to our season, and it's a Pac-12 game. We're fortunate to be 2-0 in conference right now, and here we got a chance to be 1-0 for the week, 3-0 in the conference, 5-0 on the season. It's a very important game for our season.
And then Kerry Angeline no longer on the roster. Is there any more comment you could provide on that?
No, Kerry's a great kid, wants to find a place closer to home to be able to play. Unbelievable student in person. Wish him nothing but the best. He's been nothing but awesome since he's been here, and wish him nothing but a bright future he's going to have there.
Were you surprised at all, Kerry, that he decided?
It happens sometimes when you're a long way from home, but he's such an awesome kid that to have the ability maybe to play a little bit closer to home, to maybe play a little bit more. That's something that I don't want to ever hold a kid back from that, especially being 3,000 miles from home.
You mentioned having two years in a row where you have the road game followed by a Saturday road or Friday road game.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see the Pac-12 kind of make it so maybe it's a home game before a Friday game or something like that?
Yeah, as coaches, we can only, I've said this before, we're really controlled by TV. We're a TV market business and an entertainment business, and so you only worry about the things that you can control. There's sometimes in the NFL you got to go Sunday and then come back on a Thursday, which I can't even imagine. So this is just it's one day quicker. Your preparation has to be be the same. You don't put in a lot of new ideas. You got to do what you've done and let your kids go and play, and really try to keep them healthy. We're a banged-up football team right now. We're right there on the line of, I know talking to Dan the other night, just trying to be physical, but also trying to be smart, and there's a fine line between that. I thought the kids handled it very well today.
Is there any thought about full parents being able to go full day this week?
No, I took it away. We're going to be back in it next week, but just with the short week and having really 4 physical games and back-to-back road games, I'm trying to get them a little bit fresher. Plus, you see the numbers that we have right now, especially at the skill positions. I need to try to have them fresh for this Friday night.
It seemed like you were working a bit with the receivers today.
Yes.
During the one-on-ones. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a real key to the game. I talked about it the other night on Sunday, how important that position is to us for getting the ball down the field. And we need to make our plays down the field and finish in the red zone, and a lot of that has to do with great wide receiver play. So I am an offensive coach by trade. I try to keep out of it as much as I can, but sometimes I still enjoy the art of coaching and being a coach. So I thank T and Tyson for giving me the honor to be able to do that from time to time and still act like a coordinator every once in a while.
You kind of addressed this a little bit last night as far as the flag of the country, but Sam said that you did mention it to the team. What was the kind of message you had for those guys?
I just told them, one of the special things about our country is the freedom to speak your mind and the opportunity to do that, and that's a beautiful thing for our country. And we talk openly about subjects and how to handle subjects, and we got very good kids here and an unbelievable campus that allows for opinion and allows for open-mindedness, and that's the beauty of our country, is the freedom to be able to speak your mind. And that was very short and sweet.
Clay, is that something that you talk to guys about, maybe in private, just say, hey, what do you guys think about this, just for your own benefit?
Yeah, we talk about the things that we talk about a team. I try to do things other than just X's and O's and topics that go on in society and times where we are dealing with 18 to 21-year-olds that are still growing, not only as football players, but the issues that go on in our society and growing up, whether it's being a husband, whether it's being a father one day, so it's not all X's and O's. That's what I love about college football, is you are an educator and you get to have that little last piece of being able to put your stamp before they go out into the real world.
Status of Porter Gustin?
Still the same. He's going to have some rehab time to be able to get both injuries healed up. I think he is very doubtful for this game, just being honest.
Some progress has Tyler Vaughn made the last couple of weeks?
I said it the other night. I thought really the light came on for him 2 weeks ago in the Texas game, showing up, making 4 catches. And even though the ball did not get to him a ton in last week's game, when you go back and watch the film, he's getting open. And I started seeing that chemistry with Sam to be able to pull the trigger in overtime to go to a guy in the back of the end zone, and that's a lot of trust, and that's what you want. You're starting to see it out on this field too. It was neat to see Deontay. Yeah, it was neat to see Deontay, all of a sudden takes a rest, and 21's getting a lot of balls thrown his way. So there's that chemistry that's being developed, and he's really doing a nice job. He's put in a lot of work, and that light is kind of turning on now, which is nice to see.
Let's do one more.
Clay, can you talk about Sam's performance in the fourth quarters this season?
Yeah, and I think not only Sam, I think our whole team. I'll be honest with you. We talked about it on Sunday about how each game this season in that fourth quarter, what we've accomplished as a total unit. You talk about the defense coming up with those turnovers that produced 17 points, and then Sam being able to finish drives. One of the great things, probably the most key stat about being a quarterback is production of wins and losses. You can talk about completion ratio, decision making, arm talent. At the end of the day, did you make the plays to be able to win football games? And credit to the kid. I mean, he's gone 13 in a row. He's 13-1 as a starter, and he seems to perform his best when the game's on the line. And that's what I love about him. He makes us all look good.
Okay.
All right.